I believe is defending his title as the most creative investor of the year.
Let's get my notes together, Vina.
Oh, gonna take a little while there? Okay, so,
They only win once a year.
yeah, well, he won this time last year. And
From Columbus, Ohio!
Let's give it up for Vina, everybody, Vina! Isn't Vina looking fantastic? Did everybody see how much weight she lost from last year? My girl right here. If you're super happy and grateful to be a member of COREE, let me hear you say yes! Let me hear you next door say yes! Most creative deal of the year. So guys, we had a great deal. Just enjoy this moment for a minute. All right, guys. So we got a really interesting lead. How many of you guys market and you get a bunch of deadbeat leads? Right? Probably the majority of them. So sometimes digging a little bit deeper, you can find some gold. And that's what we were able to do. So we found a guy with a house in the hilltop, completely over-improved. And this is very important to keep in your mind here. So he pulled out a bunch of money. He owned this house, and he pulled out a bunch of money, and he put in Spanish tile and his and her sinks. It's the most beautiful house in the hilltop. Skylights. We couldn't believe it. I mean, when we were hearing about this over the phone. And he owes $50,000 on the house, and the house is maybe worth $50,000. You guys probably don't get too excited when you hear somebody owes 50 grand on a house, right? In the hilltop. So we kept talking to this guy, and it's so important to hear people out. You got to hear their story and hear what's going on. And this person, all he wanted to do was just pack up and move to Florida. He's moving down there for a job, and we kept asking questions. And we got to the part about like, what's your payment? He said, well, my payment's only $350 a month. So we're like, okay, we kind of like that. We have a lot of rentals, we buy a lot of rentals, and kept talking. And it turns out he was in a forbearance agreement with the bank where he pays $350 a month until 2017, and then the bank is willing to take $18K for the property. Everybody follow me so far? And he just wanted out. So we said, great, we'll do a lease with an option to buy when it drops down to $18K. So we took over his $350 a month, and he pays the taxes, the insurance, because it's a lease, the right to sublease. Within 1 week, we got a renter for $850 a month. So we made cash flow on this thing every single month. And then in 2017, we're going to buy this property for $18K. That's my deal.